Welcome friends to a new session on school organization, administration and management. In today's session, we will have a detailed discussion on meaning and definitions of health, factors affecting health, qualities of a healthy person, meaning and scope of health education, and principles of health instruction. Health is the greatest blessing of all, but it is a matter of regret that many of us do not know what it means. We know it only by its reverse as disease, ill health and misery. Health is not just the absence of disease. No doctor can prescribe health, no government can ordain health by statute, and no international agency can administer health. All that a community can do for a healthy life is to provide the means and services like social conditions, public health measures, sanitation, better treatment of diseases, etc., so as to enable individuals to lead a life of complete physical, mental and social well-being. Meaning of health. The word health has different meanings and interpretations for different people. To a man on the street, health may mean that he is not sick. A child may see it as washing his or her hands and feet or brushing their teeth. To a young girl, it may refer to the way she looks and the enjoyment she gets. A teacher may opine a sound mind in a sound body. Health, according to psychologists, is the product of the normal functioning of cells, organs and systems. To a family physician, health means constant supervisions and periodical examinations. An unhealthy person considers health as the most priceless possession of all. Therefore, it is difficult to describe health in a true manner. Historically, the term health is derived from an old Anglo-Saxon word, health, meaning the condition of being safe and sound or whole. Health defined. We can define health as a quality resulting from the total functioning of the individual that empowers him or her to achieve a personality, satisfying and socially useful life. The World Health Organization defined health as a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Health has been defined by the modern medical science as a state of the organism in which the biophysical, biochemical and structural aspects function satisfactorily and which enables him or her to adjust to the environment. In a physiological sense, good health may be defined as a state of the perfect operation of all the bodily functions, freedom from bodily pains, and also freedom from mental and physical discomfort. According to J.F. William, health is a quality of life that enables the individual to live most and serve best. Importance and improvement of individual, family and community health. Health means complete physical, mental and social well-being. Normal physical health means that the whole body functions in such a way that a person is free of pain, discomfort and disease. Health also refers to a sound, efficient mind and wholesome emotions. A healthy person has good relations with his family and associates. The health of an individual depends on what he or she does, not on what they know. Most of us are with a sound body and mind, which must be maintained by healthy living and by practicing safe and sound health habits every day. Knowledge of health and its constant purposeful application to everyday life should bring vigor, satisfaction and happiness. People can attain health by practicing good health habits, making health one of their goals for teaching and action, and working in close cooperation with the health team in their area. Factors affecting health. The 6 major factors that affect a person's health are heredity, environment, social habits, nutrition, professional health service, and freedom from disease and accidents. The first is heredity. The color of the eyes, the shape of the nose, one's stature and general body form, etc. are inherited through the reproductive cells of parents. A few diseases are also hereditary. There are 2 genes in each cell for every inherited trait. This is why people are different. Second is environment. The world we live consists of factors and conditions such as soil, forests, rivers, plants, animals, insects, house, wells, ponds, trains, newspaper, books, and countless other things, and people and their behaviors as expressed by custom, habit, tradition, prejudice, superstition, and institutions. We are healthy, sick, or disabled depending on our physical environment and on our health habits. Therefore, the combined efforts of the individual, community, government, and the system of education are necessary to create a safe physical environment where individuals can work and live a healthy and happy life. Third is social habits. Our habits of eating, cleanliness, clothing, home remedies for illnesses, and most of the thinking about health are the direct outcomes of the influence of parents, teachers, members of the family, and trends. Many people believe that sickness is a curse that must be endured. People can be taught scientific truths about the cause and prevention of sicknesses. Fourth is proper nutrition. Eating a balanced diet is an essential life activity. A balanced diet provides the cells of the body the essential nutrients for growth and repair, regulation of body processes to yield energy. The right kind of food, milk, eggs, vegetables, fruits, meat or fish, cereal and whole grain in proper balance provide the nutritional needs of the body. Proper nutrition is a health problem in India. This is because of lack of food, and a large proportion of our population is undernourished because the food eaten is not of proper quality and is not in proper balance. Much improvement should be made in the field of nutrition. The fifth comes the professional health service. This essential factor contributing to effective living consists of adequate medical and dental care and health education. Health services range from preventive to curative measures, including health guidance, periodic health examination, recording of health histories, and clinical, surgical, and hospital care. Health education should enable one to understand the role of professional services in effective living, select competent health advisors, discover how to secure continuous medical supervision and care, and determine ways and means to pay for professional services. Great strides in solving the nationwide problem of providing competent professional health services for the individual and the group can be made in the near future. Sixth is freedom from disease and accident. This vital factor of health is no longer considered as total health, but is merely one aspect of health. Modern control of communicable disease is one of man's greatest achievements and has done much to increase effective living and longevity. Several diseases like pneumonia, tuberculosis, influenza and other general diseases still remain to be completely eliminated, and there is much yet to be accomplished in disease prevention and control. The chronic degenerative diseases, heart disease, cancer and others are still unconquered. Examples of intelligent health practices which increase effective living include building resistance to disease through a balanced program of physical activity, adequate sleep and rest, proper diet, scientifically proved immunizations, avoiding sources of infection, seeking prompt medical and dental care, including regular medical and dental examinations and taking plenty of time to recover when disease strikes. Accidents in the home or in the highways and in industry constitute one of today's major problems. Learning to live effectively yet safely is a difficult art in present-day society. There is a great opportunity for improvement personally in the community with respect to freedom from disease and accidents through better health education. Qualities of a healthy person. A healthy person should have certain qualities like absence of physical and mental disease, a busy, active and disciplined life, having full control on time, normal and balanced weight. A healthy person should be neither very thin nor very fat. A healthy person should take a balanced diet rich in all vitamins, particularly B and D. Calcium should also be taken in good quantity. A healthy person should be away from tension of any sort. A healthy person enjoys to live. For him, living is a pleasure, not a burden. A healthy person always feels young because age is not a physiological or psychological concern. A healthy person should have a normal heartbeat, proper elimination and happy disposition. A healthy person should have a strong constitution. A healthy person maintains a cheerful and positive attitude of mind. A healthy person has sound sleep. Sound sleep indicates sound health. Sound sleep is refreshing and health giving. Now let us discuss the concept of health. Every living being is provided by nature physical machinery to express itself, to live and perform its natural functions. Right from amoeba to the human organism, there is a physical body provided, and the complexity of the body increases as we go up from the lower organism to the higher one, human organism being the culmination. A human body also has innumerable organs, and each organ has its special functions. The smooth functioning of each organism in accordance with its specified tasks is health. According to an English term, health is a condition of being safe and sound. The dictionary meaning of health is the state of being hale and sound in body, mind or soul, especially from physical diseases or pain. It is also defined as a state in which the mental and physical activities of the body are adjusted satisfactorily to the environment. To be in health means much more than freedom from disease and discomfort. It includes normal functioning of all parts of human organism, resulting in physical strength and vigor, mental stability and satisfaction with life. According to World Health Organization, health is a complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Health implies a sufficient reserve of physical strength, ability and endurance, as well as equilibrium to meet the demands of everyday life. Most people think that health is merely freedom from illness, but this is only a narrow concept of health. This narrow concept of health is responsible for general ill health and misery, so a wider and comprehensive view is needed, which may lead to positive health with desirable growth and social values. This positive health goes beyond the mere elimination of illness, includes help and guidance in the upbringing of children, especially in respect of nutrition, growth and development, immunity and maintenance, knowledge and care of body, mental hygiene, rest and movements, recreation and emotional satisfaction. Health is thus the basis of life. It is not only important but also essential to make one's life happy. As long as a person is not healthy, he or she cannot be happy. He or she cannot serve their society. They will be a burden to himself and to the nation. Meaning of health education. Health education is the integration of two terms, health and education. Health denotes its content and education is the process. The process of education determines how learning takes place in the field of health. Thus, health education implies education for health. It provides an educational field for the purpose of improving healthful living or effective living. Health education implies healthy behavior. Health education, as the term implies, is concerned with people and their behavior. Healthy behavior means what people understand, think, feel, and do about their health. The overall purpose of health education is to bring about favorable changes in health behavior to improve living. Health education is an applied science of healthful living. Health education may also be interpreted as the applied science of healthful living, since it draws much of its content from health sciences such as anatomy, physiology, bacteriology, medicine, and applied sciences. It cannot be a pure science. Health education is not composed of all these sciences combined together. Rather, it draws from them the purposeful applications that particularly pertain to more effective living. It is virtually concerned with educating people to live healthfully, to prevent disease, and to take intelligent action when disease or defects occur. Health education includes scientific knowledge to plan wholesome attitude. The subjects like education, psychology, educational psychology, and sociology provides us knowledge about understanding methods and activities that assist the individual in changing their behavior for more effective living in their environment. Health education is not something done for the individual. It is not memorizing of health facts. Rather, it is the provision of opportunities for individuals and groups to participate in experiences for healthful living. It includes scientific knowledge, wholesome attitude and practices leading to improved health behavior. Health education is an art of living. Health education is teaching students the art of living. It is a process which affects changes in the health practices of students and in the knowledge and attitudes related to such changes. Knowledge of health is not health education. Health education does not imply taking the knowledge of health through the program of health education. One must also practice it at all times. Our health depends on what we know. Using scientific knowledge is health education. Using scientific knowledge to plan and act will bring maximum health to the individual, family, and community. Health education imparts principle of hygiene. Health education is closely connected with the imparting of knowledge to the people about the principles of hygiene. The word hygiene has its root in the Greek word hygienos, which means healthful. With the help of health education, students are able to acquire and practice the knowledge of various principles of hygiene in their daily life. Health education defined. According to Dr. Thomas Wood, health education is a sum of experience with favorable habits, attitudes, and knowledge relating to individual, community, and social health. In the words of Ruth Grout, the translation of what is known about health into desirable individual and community behavior patterns by means of the educational process. Scope of health education. A person's health habits, attitudes, and goals are the result of their learning and experiences. They are established first from what they are taught and what they see the family doing at home, then from imitating the habit of friends in the neighborhood, in the school, and at work. The child gains knowledge about health and hygiene from school. The scope of health education is very vast. It covers subjects like health protection programs, remedial program, promotion of health and hygiene, school health services, balanced diet, dental care, personal habits, mental health, knowledge about water, air, rest, exercise, recreation, sleep, etc. Scope of health education also includes knowledge about growth and development, knowledge about good food items and their contribution to the proper growth and development of the human body, knowledge about the significance of pure and clean water, fresh air, proper rest, physical exercise, recreation and sound sleep, knowledge about the causes of various diseases, ailments, injuries and arrangements for their prevention, a knowledge about health standard of the people living in different countries of the world, avoidance of evil habits like smoking, drinking, taking drugs and their evil effects on health, abnormal conditions and their adverse effects on health. It also includes bad habits and the evil influences on the physical and mental health of the individual. To impart mass scale information about mental health, sex hygiene in order to ensure healthy bodies and healthy minds. To provide knowledge about different diseases, their prevention and control. Knowledge about recreation, rest, sleep and exercise. The guiding principles of health instruction. C.L. Anderson in his book School Health Practice has given some basic principles of health instruction. They are still recognized as fundamental to sound and effective health instruction. 1. Emphasis is on the positive side of health and not on the negative aspect. It means that the aim is to build up and maintain a high level of health in each child. 2. Health is an end to be gained and not an academic subject. 3. Instruction is directed to the well or normal child. Children temporarily below par will be benefited by the health practices acquired by the whole class. 4. Throughout school life, health promotion should be one of the objectives of the whole school program. Learning experiences must be adapted to the physiological, psychological and social development of children. Instructions must be based on the child's interests, needs, abilities and backgrounds. 7. Learning results from experience and opportunities must be provided through participation, doing things and reacting to situations. 8. Problem solving provides the most effective learning situation, but only when the problems are real and meaningful to the learners. 9. The objectives of any activity must be specified in terms of learners' outcomes and must be recognized as personal goals by the child if learning is to be effective. 10. Instructional activities must always be related to the actual experience of the learners. 11. Learning experiences are most effective when the child sees the relationship of one experience to the whole experience. Integrated learning is most effective and only when it becomes unified it will be lasting. Both fragmental learning and isolated facts are ineffective and soon forgotten. 13. Repetition or drill is justified when the learning must be precise and is useful as a tool or skill. 14. Each child is unique, who learns at their own rate and in their own way, and thus a variety of activities and materials is essential. 15. Accompanying incidental learning always takes place and teachers should be alert for opportunities to make each learning experience yield greater results in learning. Thus, it is clear that health instruction should be made as practical as possible. For this purpose, opportunities should be provided and availed of in the school program, in the neighborhood and in outdoor activities, whereby pupils get new knowledge and imbibe good health habits. Aims and objectives of health education and health instruction in schools. There are some of the aims and objectives of health education in schools. The first one, to provide information about health and hygiene. It aims at acquainting the pupils and the teachers with the functioning of the body, the rules of health and hygiene, and the precautionary measures for warding off diseases. It is brought to the notice of the pupils how bad habits, unhygienic ways of living, addiction to smoking and liquor, and such unhealthy practices result in evil consequences. Number 2, to maintain norms of good health. It helps the school authorities to keep certain norms and standards of health in the school. A number of programs of physical health develop in the pupils' adequate habit of hygienic living. The school authorities provide hygienic environment in the form of adequate ventilation, good sanitation, and all-round cleanliness. Third, to take precautionary and preventive measures. Its aim is to take adequate precautionary measures against contamination and spread of diseases. So, good sanitary arrangements are made. Urinals and toilets are kept clean. 4. To take curative measures. Remedial action against diseases is also taken. A medical checkup is made, deformities, disabilities and diseases detected, and remedial measures suggested. A good number of pupils suffer from myopia. An eye examination reveals the extent of short-sightedness. If glasses are not used in time, myopia will increase rapidly. Some people have bad teeth. If they suffer from pyorrhea, immediate medical treatment is needed. Astigmatism, bronchitis, diphtheria, dyspepsia, epilepsy, hypermetropia, influenza, measles, mumps, stammering, tonsillitis, whooping cough and rickets are some common diseases of young children. It is a responsibility of the school to detect these and provide adequate medical treatment for their removal. Fifth, to develop and promote mental and emotional health. Mental and emotional health are also equally important along with physical health in the school health programs. While physical health makes a pupil physically fit, mental and emotional health enables them to maintain an even temper and a happy disposition. Sixth, to develop a sense of civic responsibility among pupils. There is little sense of civic responsibility in our students. They generally fail in their duty to help their fellow students in particular and other persons in general. They do not come to the aid of others in time of need and alleviate their sufferings. So, one of the objectives of health education is to cultivate a sense of civic responsibility. Through health education, pupils are made conscious of social crimes like spitting anywhere, sneezing and coughing on the faces of others, and not isolating themselves when suffering from infectious diseases or contagious diseases. In short, health education aims at teaching pupils to accept and apply democratic principles relating to health matters at home, in school and in the community. In this way, health education will contribute to the life of the community through the development of educated citizens who know the advantages and necessity of supporting health measures for the common good. According to WHO Technical Report 1954, the objectives of health education are: 1. To ensure that health is valued as an asset in the community. 2. To equip the people with the skills, knowledge and attitudes to enable them to solve the health problems by their own actions and efforts. And 3rd, to promote the development and proper use of health services. Objectives of health education at different stages of school education. First, we shall see the primary stage. To make students realize the value of health and its personal and social importance. To inculcate healthy habits regarding personal hygiene, food, clothing and posture. At the secondary stage, to help students know how they can save themselves from accidents and from the carriers of diseases like flies, mosquitoes, rats, dirt, discharge, as well as polluted air, water and food. To help students understand the relationship between health education and physical education. To make students realize the value of health and their personal and social importance. To inculcate habits of healthy living regarding personal hygiene, food, clothing and posture. Third is the higher secondary stage. To give students sufficient knowledge and training in first aid. To emphasize on students the bad effects of smoking and taking alcohol. To make students understand the causes of the pollution of air, water, soil and food, as well as the ways and means of their prevention. To help students understand the importance of physical training, sports, games, yoga exercises, as well as their relationship with health education program. To give students desirable knowledge about marriage, sex and population explosion. Let us now summarize what we just discussed. The total well-being or complete health is the efficiency provided by physical and mental well-being. Physical and mental well-being helps an individual to be emotionally steady, socially and morally sound, which will lead to a well-balanced personality. Health can be either physical or mental health. Physical health means the body structure and functions conforming to lay down standards within the range of normal development and functions of all the systems. Mental health is a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. Health education aims to give people the information they need to live healthily. Health education is one important activity that is commonly undertaken to promote health. It is a communication of information that enables people to make decisions to follow those health-related activities at all stages of life which are conducive for proper health. Thank you for watching the session on health education and health instruction. See you again with a new topic. Till then, goodbye.